the quiet forge of the soul, where fire tempers steel and the anvil sings beneath the hammer's relentless strike, there lies a truth as old as the mountains of Japan. Distraction is the rust that corrodes the blade of focus, dulling the spirit's edge. To live by the way of Bushido is to embody Hagane no Ishi, the will of steel, an unyielding resolve that burns brighter than any fleeting desire, shaping the spirit through discipline and unwavering intent. Like the blacksmith who tempers his sword with fire and sweat, so too must you temper your mind, forging an iron will that cuts through the noise of the world. This journey is not for the faint-hearted, but for those who dare to walk the path of Shin, the true heart, where clarity and purpose meet in perfect harmony. Warriors of focus, I call upon you. Commit to this path with me. Comment X to declare your readiness. Subscribe to stand alongside a community of relentless souls, each forging themselves in the fires of discipline and spirit. Together we become an unbreakable legion. The will of steel, or Hagane no Ishi, is more than just a metaphor. It is the essence of unyielding determination that forms the backbone of the samurai spirit. Imagine the forge, where raw iron is hammered repeatedly, folded and tempered by fire to become a blade sharp enough to slice through chaos and distraction. The will of steel is forged in the same way, through trials, relentless effort, and an unwavering commitment to purpose. It is the inner fire that refuses to flicker out when distractions swarm like relentless winds. Just as a sword must endure the harshest flames to become strong and resilient, the human spirit must withstand the bombardment of external noise and internal doubts. This will is not born overnight, but carved with every deliberate choice to focus, to rise above fleeting temptations, and to keep one's gaze fixed on the ultimate goal. The steel will was quiet yet fierce. It does not boast, but simply persists, even when the world conspires to break it. To cultivate the will of steel means training your mind to resist the siren call of distractions that fracture attention and scatter energy. The samurai knew that battle was won not just by physical strength, but by mastery over one's spirit. This mastery requires forging mental toughness, an ability to recognize distractions as illusions that cloud judgment and weaken resolve. The steel will cuts through these illusions with precision and clarity. In modern life, distractions are many. Social media, endless notifications, noise, and the temptation to procrastinate. Each represents a fragment of rust, threatening to weaken the blade of your focus. The practice of Hagane no Ishi calls on you to temper your spirit daily, choosing discipline over indulgence, presence over fragmentation. It is a conscious, continual effort to remind yourself why your mission matters, maintaining unwavering alignment between your thoughts, actions, and goals. This relentless focus, like hardened steel, becomes your armor against the chaos. The forging of a will of steel is intimately tied to the understanding of impermanence. Mujo, a fundamental teaching in Japanese philosophy. Knowing that every moment is fleeting, every opportunity is precious, you learn to wield your time and attention like a finely honed katana. The steel will arises from this awareness, transforming urgency into calm resolve, rather than frantic anxiety. It demands that you face distractions not as enemies to be feared, but as challenges to be overcome through presence and intentionality. The samurai's path was not one of rigid inflexibility, but of fluid strength, adapting to circumstances while holding fast to core values. The will of steel, therefore, is not cold or brittle. It is a living force that bends without breaking, sharpens through adversity, and shines through perseverance. It is the sacred fire within that fuels your ability to stay on course, undeterred by the shifting storms of life. Ultimately, the will of steel is a commitment to oneself, a vow to become the master of one's focus and destiny. It is the inner forge where your character is shaped, polished, and made resilient against the corrosive effects of distraction and doubt. To live with Hagane no Ishi is to embody the samurai ideal of steadfastness and clarity, where every decision, every moment of resistance, strengthens the blade of your spirit. This is not a passive state, but an active, ongoing practice of self-mastery and dedication. As distractions rise like waves, the will of steel is your anchor, your unbreakable core. It calls you to stand firm, to act with purpose, and to move forward with the fierce grace of a warrior who knows the true power lies in the ability to focus completely, no matter what may come. Known as Mushin in the ancient teachings of the samurai, is the state of pure presence where the mind is free from distraction, hesitation, and fear. It is the calm eye in the storm, where thought and emotion settle into stillness, allowing action to flow naturally and effortlessly. Picture a blade moving through the air, not with conscious calculation, but with instinct, honed through countless hours of practice and discipline. This is the essence of Mushin, a mind unclouded by doubts, worries, or distractions, fully immersed in the moment. It is the liberation from the mental clutter that fragments attention and weakens resolve. Achieving this state requires rigorous training, not only of the body, but of the spirit, to quiet the endless chatter within and embrace the simplicity of just being. In this silence, the warrior's true power awakens, flowing from a place beyond conscious thought, guided by intuition and clarity. To cultivate no-mind focus is to embrace the paradox of effort and effortlessness. The samurai did not force their actions. Instead, they prepared so thoroughly that in battle, their moves became spontaneous and flawless. In life, distractions are the noise that disrupts this flow, pulling the mind into scattered fragments of concern and indecision. Mushin teaches us to return to a state of receptive stillness, where awareness is heightened yet uncluttered. It is not the absence of thought, but the mastery over it, the ability to observe without attachment, to act without hesitation. This mental clarity dissolves the barriers between intention and execution, allowing you to respond to challenges with precision and grace. In a world overflowing with distractions, learning to enter this state is like finding an oasis of peace amid chaos, a place where your spirit can recharge and your focus sharpen. The practice of no-mind focus is deeply intertwined with the concept of flow, where time seems to slow and the self fades into the background of pure experience. For the samurai, this was not merely a technique but a way of life, a reflection of the impermanence of all things and the need to be fully present in every moment. When distractions threaten to pull you away, Mushin is the anchor that grounds you, reminding you that your power lies in the now, not in worries about past failures or future uncertainties. This state of mind is cultivated through meditation, discipline, and the relentless pursuit of mastery, training the spirit to meet each moment with openness and calm resolve. Like a sword balanced perfectly in the hand, your focus becomes steady and unwavering, able to cut through the fog of distraction with ease. Ultimately, no-mind focus is the freedom to act as your true self, unburdened by the chains of distraction and doubt. It is the path to mastering not just your environment, but your inner world, where clarity reigns and every action is deliberate yet effortless. To embody Mushin is to become a warrior of presence, where the mind and body unite in harmony and distractions lose their power over you. This state is not a destination but a practice, one that requires daily dedication and the courage to face the noise of life without losing your center. As you cultivate this focus, you join a lineage of warriors who have walked this path before, standing strong in the fire of discipline and the calm of true awareness. The no-mind focus is your gateway to unstoppable clarity and unstoppable action. Sustained awareness, known as Zanshin in the way of the samurai, is the continuous, unwavering presence that remains even after the strike has been made, the battle engaged, or the immediate task completed. It is the lingering spirit that watches over every movement and every thought, a vigilant guardian that refuses to relax or succumb to complacency. Imagine a swordmaster who, after delivering a precise blow, does not lower his guard, but remains alert and ready, his senses keen and unbroken. This is the essence of Zanshin, a state of persistent mindfulness that holds the warrior's focus beyond the moment, preparing for what is yet to come. In the modern world, where distractions pull us away and fragment our attention, cultivating sustained awareness is the key to maintaining control over your mind and actions, ensuring that no lapse in focus leads to defeat. To practice sustained awareness is to embody a spirit of constant readiness, where your mind does not waver or drift, but remains anchored in the flow of the present. The samurai understood that battle was not won in a single strike, but through enduring vigilance, the ability to see beyond immediate success and anticipate what lies ahead. This level of focus demands more than just momentary concentration. It requires training the mind to stay engaged over long periods, resisting the temptation to rest prematurely or lose clarity when the intensity fades. Distractions are relentless, creeping in when you least expect them, waiting to fracture your attention. Zanshin is the discipline to catch these moments before they grow, to stay awake and aware even when the immediate pressure is gone. This vigilance transforms you from a reactive participant into a proactive master of your focus and environment. Sustained awareness is deeply rooted in the samurai's understanding of impermanence and the fluid nature of life's challenges. Nothing is ever truly finished. Every victory contains the seed of the next battle. Every moment of calm, a prelude to new trials. Zanshin reflects the wisdom of embracing this continuous cycle, where focus is not a brief flame, but a steady torch that guides you through darkness and uncertainty. Cultivating this awareness requires humility and patience, accepting that mastery is not a sudden achievement, but a lifelong practice of attentive presence. Through meditation, disciplined habits and mindful living, you learn to carry this vigilant spirit within you, ready to face distractions before they take root, ready to respond with clarity and strength. Like the unblinking eye of a guardian, sustained awareness watches over your path, keeping you aligned with your purpose. Ultimately, Zanshin is the embodiment of enduring focus, a sacred promise to yourself that your mind will not stray or falter, even in moments of ease. It is the power to hold your attention steady through life's shifting currents, to meet every challenge with calm and readiness. This awareness transforms distraction from an obstacle into an opportunity, a signal to return, recenter, and refocus. To live with sustained awareness is to live as a true warrior of the spirit, vigilant and unshaken, where every breath, every thought, every action flows from a place of deep presence. As you cultivate this practice, you join the lineage of those who have mastered the art of unwavering focus, standing firm in the fire of discipline and the clarity of constant watchfulness. Sustained awareness is your shield and your sword in the battle against distraction. Continuous improvement, or Kaizen as it is known in Japanese philosophy, is the relentless pursuit of becoming better with each passing moment, no matter how small the step. It is the steady hammer striking the anvil, shaping the blade of your character and skill through consistent effort and dedication. The samurai embraced this principle deeply, knowing that perfection was not a destination, but a lifelong journey of refinement. Each day presented a new opportunity to sharpen one's mind, body, and spirit, never settling for yesterday's achievements, but pushing beyond limits with humility and discipline. Kaizen is the quiet fire burning beneath the surface, urging you forward to overcome distractions by constantly honing your focus and resilience. In a world that tempts us with shortcuts and instant gratification, this unwavering commitment to gradual progress becomes a powerful weapon against stagnation and defeat. To embody continuous improvement is to accept that growth is a process, often invisible in the moment, but unmistakable over time. The samurai's mastery was not the result of a single act of brilliance, but of countless repetitions, deliberate practice, and the willingness to learn from failure. This mindset turns obstacles into lessons, distractions into challenges to overcome, rather than reasons to falter. It demands patience, perseverance, and a disciplined routine that prioritizes steady effort over sudden bursts of energy. The spirit of Kaizen keeps you humble and hungry, reminding you that even the sharpest blade can always be honed sharper. It trains your mind to see every moment as an opportunity to advance, to refine your habits, and to strengthen your will against the distractions that seek to pull you away from your path. The power of continuous improvement lies in its cumulative effect. Just as a sword is forged through repeated heating and hammering, your focus and discipline are built through daily, incremental acts of self-mastery. The samurai understood that success was not measured by grand gestures, but by the consistent, patient nurturing of one's spirit and skills. This approach transforms the overwhelming task of conquering distraction into manageable steps, each small victory reinforcing your resolve and expanding your capacity to concentrate. Kaizen also instills a sense of hope and momentum. No matter how far you have strayed, the journey toward better focus and inner strength is always within reach. It is the promise that improvement, however slow, is always possible when you commit fully to the process. Ultimately, continuous improvement is a sacred discipline that shapes not only your achievements, but your identity as a warrior of focus and spirit. It demands that you meet yourself honestly every day, acknowledging weaknesses without judgment and taking deliberate steps toward growth. Through this relentless practice, distractions lose their grip as your mind and soul sharpen like a well-forged blade, stronger, clearer, more resilient. Kaizen teaches that the path of mastery is a marathon, not a sprint, and that true strength emerges from persistent, steady effort over time. By embracing this principle, you join the lineage of samurai who dedicated their lives to becoming more than they were yesterday, transforming distraction into opportunity and forging a spirit that can withstand any trial. The beginner's mindset, or Shoshin in the teachings of the samurai, is the art of approaching every moment with openness, curiosity, and humility, as if seeing the world for the very first time. It is the sharpness of a freshly forged blade, untarnished by arrogance or assumption, ready to cut through ignorance and distraction alike. In the path of the warrior, Shoshin is the foundation that keeps the spirit flexible and receptive, preventing the mind from becoming rigid and closed off. When distractions arise, they often gain power because we resist change or cling to old habits and beliefs. The beginner's mindset invites you to let go of these mental blocks, to face each challenge as a new opportunity to learn and grow. This openness fuels your focus and resilience, allowing you to respond to life's complexities with clarity and fresh insight rather than frustration or fatigue. To embody Shoshin is to release the weight of expertise that can blind us to new possibilities. The samurai understood that no matter how skilled a warrior became, true mastery required always returning to a state of receptivity, like a novice who listens carefully and observes keenly. This mindset dissolves the arrogance that often accompanies experience, replacing it with a humble awareness that there is always more to discover. Distractions can be seen not as mere annoyances, but as signals that invite deeper presence and attentiveness. By embracing the beginner's mindset, you transform distractions into teachers rather than obstacles. This approach nurtures patience and persistence, encouraging you to keep practicing focus and discipline with the enthusiasm and wonder of a learner embarking on a new journey. The beginner's mindset is also intimately tied to the samurai's reverence for impermanence and change. Life is in constant flux, and holding tightly to preconceived notions only narrows your path. Shoshin calls on you to accept uncertainty and embrace the unknown with courage, cultivating a spirit that is adaptable and resilient. When distractions arise, this openness allows you to pivot without resistance, adjusting your focus rather than losing it. It fosters a playful curiosity that keeps the mind engaged and alive, transforming even mundane or difficult moments into opportunities for growth. Like a blade that remains sharp because it is continuously cared for, your focus remains strong because it is always renewed by the willingness to see things anew without the burden of past judgments. Ultimately, the beginner's mindset is a call to humility and presence, a daily invitation to drop your defenses and meet each moment with fresh eyes and an open heart. It is a powerful antidote to the complacency and frustration that distractions breed, reminding you that every moment is a chance to begin again. To live with Shoshin is to walk the path of the warrior, not as a fixed destination, but as a continuous unfolding where growth is endless and focus is ever renewed. This mindset transforms your battle against distraction into a journey of discovery, where every challenge is an invitation to deepen your practice and expand your spirit. By embracing the beginner's mindset, you join the ranks of samurai who mastered the art of staying present, curious and free, ready to face whatever comes with grace and strength. The spirit of discipline, known as Seishin in the samurai tradition, is the unbreakable backbone of a warrior's journey, the fire that burns steadily within, even when the world around threatens to extinguish it. It is the relentless commitment to practice, to ritual, and to purpose that transforms fleeting motivation into lasting strength. Imagine the blacksmith who returns day after day to the forge, hammering the blade into perfection, not because the task is easy or inspiring every moment, but because discipline demands it. This spirit is what separates those who falter at the first sign of distraction from those who rise, again and again, fueled by an inner resolve forged in the crucible of challenge. Seishin is more than habit. It is a way of life, a sacred vow to remain true to one's path, regardless of comfort or ease. To embody the spirit of discipline is to cultivate an unwavering focus that does not waver with the shifting winds of emotion or circumstance. The samurai knew that true power came from mastery over oneself, over the desires that pull the mind away, over the excuses that seek to justify delay or surrender. Discipline is the daily act of saying no to distraction, even when the mind rebels or fatigue sets in. It is the quiet, persistent refusal to be defeated by momentary discomfort or temptation. In practicing Seishin, you build a fortress around your attention, strengthening the walls with consistent effort and conscious choice. This spirit transforms struggle into strength and weariness into endurance, allowing you to keep moving forward even when the path is steep and the distractions loud. The spirit of discipline is deeply connected to the samurai's respect for ritual and routine as tools for focus and growth. Each act, no matter how small, becomes a sacred expression of commitment, whether it is the morning meditation, the sharpening of the blade, or the steady breath that centers the mind before battle. These rituals anchor the warrior in the present, providing a structure that holds the spirit steady amid chaos. Discipline does not stifle freedom. Rather, it creates the space where freedom can truly flourish, because a disciplined mind is not scattered or overwhelmed. Through Seishin, you learn that consistency breeds mastery, and that mastery is the key to overcoming distraction. This spirit invites you to embrace discomfort as a sign of growth and to see every moment of focused effort as a step closer to your highest self. Ultimately, the spirit of discipline is a profound declaration of self-respect and dedication, a covenant to live with intention and integrity in a world full of distractions. It is the steady flame that lights your way, unwavering in the face of doubt, fear, or fatigue. To carry Seishin within you is to walk the path of the samurai, where every action is deliberate, every choice is purposeful, and every challenge is met with courage and resolve. This spirit transforms distraction from an enemy into a test of strength, a call to deepen your focus and renew your commitment. As you embody the spirit of discipline, you join the ranks of warriors who have mastered the art of perseverance, forging a mind and heart that stand firm no matter what storms arise. The immovable mind, known as Fudoshin in samurai philosophy, is the fortress of the spirit that remains unshaken amid the storms of distraction and doubt. It is the stillness at the core of the warrior's being, a grounded presence that neither fear nor chaos can dislodge. Imagine a mighty mountain, its peak piercing the sky unmoved by raging winds or relentless storms. That is the essence of Fudoshin. This mental immovability is not born from stubbornness, but from deep awareness and acceptance of reality as it is. The samurai cultivated this inner fortress through years of disciplined training and meditation, learning to anchor themselves so firmly in their purpose and values that no external distraction could sway them. To develop an immovable mind is to become the unyielding center around which the swirling distractions of life revolve without disruption. To embody Fudoshin is to cultivate an unwavering calm that stands firm even when the world around you is in turmoil. Distractions often arise like wild waves, threatening to capsize focus and scatter energy. The immovable mind, however, is like the deep ocean beneath the stormy surface, vast, calm, and steady. This state of mental stability does not mean ignoring challenges or suppressing emotions. Rather, it is the mastery of responding without being controlled by them. The samurai practice this through meditation and mindful breathing, grounding themselves in the present moment with clarity and resolve. With Fudoshin, your attention becomes a steadfast beacon that does not flicker with every passing disturbance, but shines steadily toward your goal. It is the strength to hold your center when distractions threaten to pull you off course, creating a powerful resilience that transforms obstacles into mere background noise. The immovable mind is deeply connected to the samurai's acceptance of impermanence and the transient nature of all things. Understanding that life is unpredictable and ever-changing, the warrior learns not to cling to comfort or certainty, but to remain rooted in inner strength, regardless of external conditions. This acceptance frees the mind from the turmoil of resistance, allowing it to remain still even when the ground beneath shifts. Birth. Fudoshin is the calm eye within the chaos, a place where distraction loses its power because it cannot penetrate the solidity of your spirit. This mental steadiness fosters clarity and sharpens your focus, enabling you to act decisively and with grace amid the distractions that constantly arise. Like a mountain that endures through seasons and storms, the immovable mind is a testament to enduring strength and profound presence. Ultimately, the immovable mind is a sanctuary within yourself, a place of peace and power that no distraction can breach. It is the foundation of true mastery, where your spirit stands firm in the face of uncertainty and challenge. To cultivate Fudoshin is to become a warrior not only of action but of inner stillness, where clarity and strength arise from deep within. This state is not a fixed point but a cultivated practice requiring patience, dedication, and a commitment to remain centered no matter what storms arise. As you embody the immovable mind, you join the lineage of samurai who stood unwavering, their spirits unbroken and their focus unshakable. It is this sacred steadiness that allows you to move through life with confidence, cutting through distraction like a blade through silk. Energy and presence, known as Kiai in the way of the samurai, is the vibrant force that awakens the spirit and commands attention, both inwardly and outwardly. It is the powerful shout that breaks through silence, the focused burst of energy that fuels every action with intention and clarity. Imagine a warrior stepping onto the battlefield, not just with a sword in hand, but with a fierce vitality that radiates from deep within, a presence so strong it unsettles distraction before it can even arise. Kiai is this very essence, the fusion of breath, spirit, and motion that transforms ordinary effort into extraordinary power. It is the spark that ignites your focus, lighting the fire of your will and sharpening your awareness. Without energy and presence, even the sharpest blade dulls. With them, you become unstoppable. To cultivate Kiai is to learn how to harness your inner energy and direct it with precision, bringing your full self into every moment. Distractions often thrive in the gaps where your presence fades, where your attention drifts and your energy wanes. The samurai trained not only their bodies but their spirits to maintain an intense, vibrant focus, an energetic alertness that keeps the mind sharp and the body ready. This presence is not forced or frantic, but a calm, controlled power that resonates deeply and commands respect. It emerges through mindful breathing, deliberate posture, and the conscious intention to engage fully with the task at hand. When you embody this focused energy, distractions lose their grip because your entire being pulses with readiness and purpose, like a bowstring pulled tight, ready to release a precise arrow. Energy and presence are intimately tied to the samurai's understanding of connection between mind, body, and spirit. Kiai is the expression of this harmony, a living flow that channels vitality through disciplined breath and movement. It is both a shield and a weapon, a force that protects your focus by anchoring you firmly in the here and now. This vibrant presence sharpens your senses and amplifies your intuition, allowing you to anticipate and respond to distractions before they grow. The power of Kiai lies in its immediacy and authenticity. It cannot be faked or forced, only cultivated through sincere practice and commitment. Like a crack of thunder signaling the storm's arrival, your energy and presence announce your readiness to face distraction head-on, breaking its hold and reclaiming your focus. Ultimately, energy and presence are the life force of the warrior's spirit, a dynamic power that transforms mere concentration into an unstoppable flow of action and awareness. To embody Kiai is to stand fully alive in every moment, bringing your whole self to bear against the distractions that seek to divert you. This force is a call to awaken, to ignite your inner fire, and to engage the world with fierce clarity and calm confidence. As you cultivate energy and presence, you step into the lineage of samurai who moved with purposeful vitality, their spirits blazing like the midday sun, unbreakable, undeniable, and utterly focused. With Kiai as your guide, distractions fall away, and your path becomes clear, illuminated by the fierce light of your awakened spirit. Now that we have uncovered these 6 pillars, Hagane no Ishi, Mushin, Zanshin, Kaizen, Shoshin, Seishin, Fudoshin, and Kiai, you stand equipped with the ancient wisdom and modern strength to destroy distractions and forge a spirit unbreakable in focus and resolve. This is not merely a collection of ideas, but a living code, a way of being that calls you to rise each day with purpose, discipline, and unwavering presence. The path will challenge you, tempt you, and test your commitment, but like the samurai of old, you have within you the power to prevail. Remember, distraction is the rust that dulls your blade, but these principles are the oil and fire that sharpen your will and steady your hand. Walk this path with courage, train your mind like the swordsmith tempers steel, and carry your focus like a warrior carries honor. Together, as a community of relentless warriors, we sharpen one another, standing strong against the chaos of modern life. Thank you for committing to this journey, for choosing to forge yourself anew. Now, go forth with the will of steel and the spirit of the samurai, undistracted, unstoppable, and free.